Hi guys, and welcome to the tutorial of the shoe. I already prepared the image planes. I hope you have done that already. If not, it would be advisable if you take my images, because I flipped this image in the other direction, because otherwise it will be confusing later on, because the direction isn't correct. So you should also flip this side horizontally. Horizontally, is this the right word? I don't know, who cares? In a horizontal way. Yeah, okay. So let's start with my scene. But first of all, I get rid of my images here in the perspective view, because this disturbs me all the time. So I select the image, open up the attributes here, and I check this looking through camera. So I will start actually with the sole. So here actually I don't want to see, I have both image planes here inside, and I will just hide that one. This is the image plane 4. I open up it here in the outliner and press Ctrl H, Steuerung H. Yeah. So this worked to hide my second image plane. Okay, I will start with a simple plane, and I will divide this into, first of all, we always start in a very rough way. So just check here, 6 subdivisions in the width and 1 in the height. This should be enough. And at the beginning I will separate the green from the gray part, because it will be easier. I will connect them later. You can also do them at once. There are a lot of ways to do this kind of sole, but I just show you one. Okay, what I do is, first of all, I switch my X-ray on here so that I see both. And I try to get a rough shape of the first parts here. I follow these lines at first. Okay, this middle part I will do later on. So just very rough. I will add more edge loops when I need them. So, okay, now I need more edge loops. So, insert edge loop, I will create myself one here, another one here, another one here, another one here, and here. This should be fully enough. Don't use more, it's just more work of doing all the vertices. So just do a little bit more editing. I tried to do the edge loop here in the middle, also right in the middle and not somewhere else. Okay, so that's fully enough of fine-tuning here. Okay, and I also will do this with the gray part. Take a simple plane, do some subdivisions, not too much, and here I take already 3 subdivisions. No, 3, yes. Okay, because for the toes it's a better preparation. So take them and try to position the vertices just rough. Okay, just like this. It's not too bad. Scale them. And try to follow the outer shape. Okay. And I guess I should save my scene. Save scene. So that's the first step here. So what I do next is give them a little bit more detail with inserting some more edge loops. One here, and one here. Take my vertices and just do a little bit more tuning. So actually, it would be fine if I would have another edge loop here. Here I get a lot of edge loops then. I will get rid of all of them afterwards. But here for the toes I need them. So I insert one here and I will also need a second one here afterwards. So just that I can split up the toes. And I do also a little bit more tuning here. Okay. And I think I will insert another one here to do a little, scale it, do a little bit of rounding actually. Okay. For getting rid of all the lines here I don't need, actually I merge here some of the vertices. Just take them. I take these two here coming out from this the gap here. Okay. And I delete here these double lines. I don't need them. They just make my life harder than it is. Okay, make sure that this is a straight line here. I also get rid of the vertices that I just left over here. But be sure I don't want to delete them. Okay, so. And now, oh, I do also here some more edge loops. I forgot another one. Okay, this should be, I need this for the toe. Okay, just stay rough. And what I also could do in this part, I take, I do my points, just push them up a little bit so that they are separated better. So, and take these 4 edges and extrude the edges. Okay, then I get some more vertices to push them up, but here I merge them again. Okay, just to take this part. Okay, now I will do the following thing. It's not common to do that, but in this kind of modeling, I just want to show you that this could also be a way to get a better geometry. Okay, and what I do is I delete the inside. Okay, and now I do an extrusion. Extrude, and I scale this. So I get from every point here, I get a nice edge loop at the inside, and I won't get it in that way if I wouldn't delete the inner edge loops. Okay, so I just extrude it and do here a little bit more tuning so that I follow. So where it is, okay, I have to look very closely where this kind of shape goes. Okay, then I do another extrude. Just scale it another time to follow here the dark green line. And just check out that my vertices are fine. Then I do another extrude where I want to have the line later on, and then I do a last extrude, and here I merge all them together. You could also decide to connect them, for example, here in a quadratischen Feldern anstatt den Dreiecken. But actually, it's also fine here in this part. Okay, and when I do here the 3 mode, okay, it's not too bad. What I could do is I could take these and move them up. No, actually I have to move them down. I will do this later. I just prepare all the geometry and then I will do the extrusion. Okay, save it here. And now I do the same process here. Just delete all the inner edge loops. Then I do an extrusion. I have to scale it here in this and this direction. And I have to do now a little bit of tuning. It's also fine when you do it a little bit in another way. I just try to follow the first dark line with my vertices. Okay, do this a little bit. So Perfect. Then next round. Just do a rough positioning. Then I reposition my vertices here to the dark line. I know it's a lot of work with the vertices, so if you would have more divisions in the beginning, you would have a lot of work here, a lot more than I have. Okay. And then yeah, at this position I will do some connecting again. Actually, it might be a little bit stupid to delete it first and then put them in again, but you get a nicer edge flow here. That's the reason why I do this. Okay. Now I try to define. So where do I follow my lines? Okay. Just be sure that my edge loop do some nice ways. Okay. Actually, I don't need that one. No, just leave them in. So then I take the faces again, do another extrude. That's a little bit tricky to get this dark line perfectly because the scaling is not that perfect, so I have to do a little bit of rework manually. Okay. Just try to make it nearly the same thickness. Okay. And now try to get this form here in the back. I do even one more extrude. I scale it. Okay, what I try is I will push them later on so that it's getting this hole. So don't see some lines here, just guessing where they could be. Okay, so not too bad. I will save the scene as show 2. So now we'll do the same steps here. I just try to leave here the edge loops because I only have the 4, so it's not too bad. So also take them, check where dark lines go inside. So take this one, extrude, scale, just do an extrude also here. Now reposition my vertices. It's quite hard to see sometimes, but just do your best. Okay. But here in this area, I delete all of the inner edges. Take the face and give them an extrude. Oh, and what I see here, I have way too much of vertices. So before I do the extrude, I just get rid of some of them. Just leave 4 here. Okay. And here, actually, they're all also too much. And I do even more merging these two. Okay, I leave that one. That's fine. Okay, now do the extrusion. Yeah, that's better. Okay, then I try to position my vertices here along this inner line. Here I nearly can't see them, so I just put it quite near. Okay, here see it again. Push them out. Okay, that's fine. Do another extrude. Then follow the dark lines. Perfect. Then do another extrude, just a little one. Try to move it so that it is nearly everywhere the same thickness, but just push them a little bit out. Okay. And do another extrude, and now I try to reconnect my edges. So let me think. I will connect this one, that one, that one, and so what I do with these two, here I have two I just merged them. Also merged these two. Okay. Fine. That's our first preparation of geometry. Save it again. I do another version before I start. Actually, I could do a connection already of these two parts. So select both of them, do a combine, and now we build some bridges. Okay, they will be fine here. I have to think about it, so I just bridge the first. Oh, selection wasn't correct. No, not extrude. bridge. Yeah, bridge, fine. And here I connect. I will reshape here the geometry a little bit. So I will connect these bridge, and here I just do a fill hole. Okay, perfect. So now it's time to give my soul a little bit of 3D shape, because now we just have the plane with the perfect prepared geometry. Now I push it up here, plane a little bit, and now I take the different parts of my shoe and try to push it down. It's easier for you to select, for example, when you take some edge ring, okay, but actually I take here the middle one. Okay, just click and press shift and double click the one next to it, and so the whole edge ring will be selected. And with the arrows I can grow or shrink the selection. That's sometimes quite nice to have. Okay, you find it also here in the menu. Select grow selection region and shrink selection region, and I do it with the arrows here, because now I have to push. I push down here these parts. Okay, and what I also do here in this step, I take here this ring I prepared for the dark ring actually, and I extrude it in this step inside, because actually it has to look. I just get rid of my image plane here. I can't select it, so select it here, and I push it down because it's in my way. So I just reverse my normals to see here the geometry better. Okay, you have always a front and a back side of a face. The back side is black, okay, and the front side is gray. So if this happens to your models, if something gets black, the direction is just switched, then just select the faces or the whole geometry and go to normals and reverse. Okay. Now I can't see here the upper part, but when I go to that one, okay, I have to do more edge loops than later on, but for the first step this will be fine. I do this here also. Take the ring, grow my selection region and push them down. I left this here inside because I need this hole anyway. But what I will do is I take these and do one extrude and scale it in place, and I just take these and push them a little bit down. Okay, I fully get rid of my, it's such annoying to have this image plane here. So, better. Now I see my, yeah, the sole, it's getting shape. I have to do it also, of course, with these parts. Push them down. Let me see in the side view how far. Okay, actually I pushed these too much. Let's just do a little bit of modification. Okay. And also do it with the toe. Take these, push them down, and take the edge ring and extrude it to the inside. Also do this here. I forgot that. Okay. Yeah. So I need more edge loops, I guess. So I'm not quite happy because all these parts have different heights. So I just take the whole. Oh, actually, I don't want these to be selected. Just deselect them. So, okay, but all the others, just take them and go into the scale mode and scale it 2 times from the bottom to the light blue, and now all of the vertices are at the same layer. Okay. I guess I will save my scene. Show 4. Okay. And then I start inserting edge loops where I need them. So insert edge loop. I need always here one. Okay. Then also here that these parts get, see it, they get a lot sharper. Oh, and I see I scaled here that too much. Hope this doesn't happen to you. Okay. And so I also insert here and here an edge loop, and also of course, oh, I did one already here, so don't need them. Okay. Let's check. Okay, of course you can create or modify a form a little bit better, but I'm happy here in this step of the tutorial. You can do it, of course, more detailed. I just leave it in that part. And what I also do is I take my, oh, I have to do another modification, I guess here at this part, because they will go, I won't see this actually, but I can imagine that. And I take my whole outer edge line and also extrude it one more time just to top a little bit. Okay. So now I have a nice shape of the sole. I don't have to close it actually, but we can do it if we want to. But before we do this, or I will do it later on with the whole shoe, I will try to give them the curvy form I need. And for that, we will use a deformer tool, and for that you have to go here to the animation menu, and here you find under create deformers nonlinear. So now it will be, we will do a little tricky way. We check out the sign here. So I rotate my sign deformer 90 degrees, and when I give my sign deformer an amplitude or wavelength, okay, I can give them on my shoe a little curvy form. So now we have to find a good combination of these two. So this is not too bad actually, and of course I have to do so. Let's try to play around a little bit. So go into my sign deformer. Okay, the offset. I will check. Actually, I want to keep it here straight in the back part, so I just do my low bound to 0. Okay, and now play around with my amplitude and wavelength. And also with the position of the deformer. So, okay, that's not too bad. Offset minus 0.1. Just the wavelength. No, the wavelength is okay. I guess I just have to push it up. So I have my first curvy form. And here in the back, okay, it's a little bit too much. So go into my sign deformer again. So check out, yeah, it's better. And now I try to do it with the second deformer. The second, I can do it with a band also, but I try another sign. Now for the back part, rotate also 90 degree. Now I don't want to push my high bound to 0, and now I do the form a very low one. Okay, check the offset. Yeah, I think could be a little bit more. It's just playing around. What would be a good just when I put my shading on. Yeah, I think I found a good combination. Of course, I did a little bit better, but see the values here. I'm not sure if they are perfect for your sole, but try them and try to play around a little bit with two sign deformers to get this curvy form of your sole. When you're happy, save it and then go to the upper part of the shoe. Before I do the upper part, I will just close my sole. I think it will be better in this step. Take the edge loops, and no, before I do this, I get rid of my deformers, because when I'm happy with the form, I don't need them anymore. But now when I would move my shoe, it might also do your so that the deformation goes away. So what you should do in this step is edit delete by type history. So you see, you get rid of the deformers and nothing can happen with your shoe. So I take my edges and I scale them here. Scale them, I extrude them 2 times. And now I try to find some bridges, or where I can, because now, okay, it's not too bad, but I have to do now a little bit of forming. So what I can do some bridges. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I will bridge these. Then also, no, not extrude, bridge. You can also do it with fill hole, and then do it with the multi-cut tool. And now I do the fill hole. I just wanted to create a little bit of basic geometry. Here you have to switch again to the polygons menu, otherwise you won't find the menus you're looking for. So, fill hole. And now I have to, here for example, I have a polygon with a lot of sides, and that's quite ugly. Here for example, I can merge them. Here is okay, but here I have to do a little bit of merging, because, oh, be sure that you don't select your parts from the other side of the shoe. Okay, merge these points. And what I can do is go with the multi-cut tool, for example, right here. And try. I will also. It's not the perfect way of doing this, but oh, why I won't see this anymore? Okay. I think this is a little bit too high here, so just pull it down a little bit. It was too much. Try to split my vertices, and what you also could do is use the sculpt geometry tool, for example. So select the object in the object mode and go to the sculpt geometry tool, and here activate the smoothing. When you press the B button and you take the middle mouse button from left to right, you can grow or shrink your radius, and with this tool you can actually smooth out your geometry a little bit. Okay, so you get a nicer okay, I'm not sure if this gets nicer. Have I? No, there's everything fine. Guess Maya isn't happy with the geometry going to one point. So I'm just deleting here and just connect some of them to others. Okay, for example here. I think Maya can handle this a little bit better. It just depends on how your geometry does look like. I guess it will look different from mine. So just check out, and I have to fix it here manually. Guess it's a little bit better. Okay, so just look from every side. Okay. Of course, it's not perfect here, but actually I won't see it later on. So now we'll go to the top part, and for that I will check my image plane again. Here the dark gray, I added this, and with Shift H I will get my image plane back, this one. Okay, and now we start to create the upper parts. I think I'm not perfectly happy with my sole, because here I need to do a little bit of better forming, and also here and here. So what I have to do is, I guess I have to take the vertices here from, this is the gray part. Just take here. This one has to go down. And also here the inner parts. Will be a little bit tricky to select them. Actually, they are all here nearly near the floor. So, okay, don't take these, but too much. Just push them down step by step. It's a little bit tricky because you might be a little bit confused of all the vertices here. Okay. Also this one on the inner side. Yep. I'm not sure if this should also go a little bit down. You can do this, of course. I think this wouldn't be too bad. So I also sync it, also these vertices here. Okay, don't take that one, so you have to look very well which points you take and which not. Okay, and here in the back side, okay, that is the inner form, just push it a bit inside. Be sure don't to select too much on the other side. So, and here I have to go a little bit inside, and here I have to go outside. Yep. Also take here these. It depends on how you use this sign deformer before. Don't be sure to destroy here something, but just to give them a better form. I also have to take, oops, these and I scale them. So push it down. Okay, not too much. Yeah. I guess I will do some more tuning later on, but now I go to the